In this video, I will be going over a demo that allows you to integrate your on-premise environment into Okta and allowing you to provision your Office 365 via Okta. So we start with the on-premise environment. As you can see here, under Active Directory users and computers, I have the lab OU, which I will be importing, or I have imported. So mind you, this is a demo, but I'll go over the step-by-step guide towards the end of this video. So I do have that created here. So first, this environment, the local OU, we have accounting, administrators, all these OUs, and the users as well. And we're going to take these users and upload them into Okta. So in order to do that, we navigate to the Directory tab on the left panel, click Directory Integrations. From Directory Integrations, we're going to want to add directory, add Active Directory. And as you can see here, you can follow this wizard guideline here. Make sure to look through this if you want to do this by yourself. It's a lot easier than you think. And then we're going to click Set up Active Directory, and that allows us to download the agent that will allow us to communicate and integrate our on-premise environment to your Active Directory environment. So you can run this agent, click Next, install. Mine is already installed, so I won't install that, but I will show you what is in those steps to install. So once we download the agent and run the executable, we'll go through a wizard. It's pretty cut and dry. There will be a section that will ask you for your AD domain, so you'll enter that there. And then your URL, which you'll enter here. And if you're just curious where that URL is coming from, you can find that here. Let me go ahead and click Finish. This is your URL. That is the URL I'm putting into the wizard. Oops. And from there, continue, and you'll be asked to authenticate into Okta. That gives it permissions for your agent to use your local information, your local AD credentials, and communicate to your Okta directory. And once you've done that, you'll be asked to select the OUs that are important to you and integrate that into Okta. So from there, there's other features that you can check out, like different attributes that you'd like to bring in, etc. So let's go back to the Okta dashboard. We'll go to directory. We'll open this back up, and from here you're going to want to click provisioning. And from provisioning, remember to check or click to Okta, because this can be confusing. And what we're trying to do in this step is to bring your local on-premise environment into the Okta environment. There are a few settings that I've changed here. So the schedule import every 4 hours, that allows you to import credentials from your on-prem to Okta every 4 hours. So if there's any changes, deletions, additions to your domain, your Active Directory environment, that will be noticed via Okta every 4 hours. I've also changed the Okta username format, as well as the exact match in regards to the username here for the creation and matching. And then you just basically save it here. And from there, you'll go to import and just do a complete import. Import now, and you'll do a full import because it's your first time. And you'll be prompted a screen that asks you to confirm those assignments. For those users, you can go ahead and confirm those assignments, and that would allow you to bring those users into your universal directory. So if we go to directory, people, you'll see there's a list of users here, and those list of users are what's inside of the lab OU. So we have accounting, administrators, engineer, finance. So same here, we have engineer, finance, accounting right there. Next step is we're going to provision these users that are inside of Okta now, that are AD aware, into your Office 365 application. To do that, we'll click Applications on the left panel. We're going to browse App Catalog search for Office 365, but really it should be in this first page. So you're going to select that. We're going to want to add integration, and we're going to go ahead and integrate this into your Okta environment. We're going to go ahead and integrate this into your Okta environment. Over here, you're going to need to choose find what your tenant is in Office 365. And as you can see in this example below here, your tenant is going to just be this name, Acme. So that's the first part of acme.onmicrosoft.com. So in my case, I have Visual Tower. So I'll put Visual Tower here. We're going to click next if it allows me, because it exists. Okay, so it does allow me. Next we click WS Federation. Leave that as automatic. We're going to want to put our username and password here. And my username has the global administrator roles. We're going to deselect enable for this application. We're going to allow administrator consent for advanced API access. And then we're going to authenticate with our Microsoft Office 365. So these are wizards that are all pretty cut and dry. So go through those wizards, and once you're finished with those wizards, you'll want to go to the provisioning tab. So to do that, I'll just open up my existing environment because I don't want to create this again twice. Your provisioning tab is here, and from there you're going to want to click assign. It doesn't show that here because it's already been, you're going to click provision to app. So this time around, you're going to want to take your users from Okta and provision Office 365 with that. These are the settings you want. User sync. You're going to enable create users, enable update user attributes, enable deactivate users, enable sync passwords, and then you're going to click save at the very bottom. And then once you're done with that, we're going to assignments, and from assignment, we're going to assign the people, and that's a wizard as well. We're going to assign the people, the user, the role user, and for some reason this isn't allowed here because it's an implicit role, which is fine. Don't worry about this error that you might come up with. You click done once you've done that with all these users. So just to show that these users have been imported, I'll go to my Active Directory environment. Under the users, you'll see that these are all users that have been provisioned via Okta. And that will allow you to log in to your Office 365 applications. So let's take a user that we have locally. We have finance. Let's do help desk. We have help desk 1. So my username ID for help desk 1 is help desk 1, of course. And because I selected UPN, you will want to log in with your full domain environment name as well. So we have helpdesk1@visualtower.com. We're going to go ahead and click next. Enter your creds here as per your creds in your local Active Directory environment. Because mine is set up for, okay, so there we go. We're able to log in. Oh, no, that's not true. Here we go. Okay. So we're gonna, because mine is set up for MFA, we're going to hit set up MFA here first before we can log in. So I have on my phone a Okta Verify app. So if you remember in the previous video I've created where we've verified, where we're using Okta Verify to verify these users for MFA purposes. I've set that up so you can take a look at that video if you're interested in figuring out how that's set up. So it's a lot more convenient than an SMS personally. So skip this, don't need that because that's optional, and now we're logged in. And as I had mentioned, I did have a guide for this. So this guide right here, you can find it on the description. So take a look at that guide, and I will send that to you via email. All right, if you guys have any other questions, guys and gals have any other questions, please let me know. Thanks, everyone.